What up and welcome to episode 232 of the Beneath the Dirt podcast. I'm your host, Rombone. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody's doing good out there. All that good shit. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to you that is tuned in right now. Hope y'all doing good, man. We just kicking it, man. Kicking it, and killing it. Let's get into some new music releases right off the bat. I'm going to say right off rip, I haven't listened to any new music that has dropped this week. That's my fault. That's my bad. But I just haven't listened to anything new that has dropped. So let's get right into it. New music. Dizzy Wright, he dropped a new single called When the Hate Come. We talked about it last week. Dizzy Wright's hitting the road with Jaron Benton and Demrick. And it looks like he's getting ready, or is dropping new music, possible new project on the way. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But When the Hate Come from Dizzy Wright is out right now. New single from Strife. He dropped one last week. He's back this week with Power Plant Green. His album I Am Atrophy is coming, which is a hard title for a name. I Am Atrophy. That shit's dope. New Strife, Power Plant Green, out right now. Shaggytheairhead dropped a new album called Coffee. New album from Shaggytheairhead. And he teamed up with a local coffee spot and put out some Shaggytheairhead coffee. I don't know if those are still available to order. But he put out some Shaggytheairhead coffee, and then he put out the coffee album. So you can peep that shit, Shaggytheairhead. Scum and SmallzOne are back with some new shit. They dropped an album at last year's gathering called Blame Us. Now they got a new single called Pull Up. That shit's out right now. Scum and SmallzOne of the LSP. Throw them motherfucking L's up. Pouya dropped a new single called Hard to Break a Habit When You Fall in Love. We just talked about Pouya is getting ready to hit the road as well with him and all his record label homies. And of course, all those songs and more can be found on the Weekly Bumps playlist on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. Go follow that shit if you ain't already following it. Got a whole bunch of fucking dope shit up there. Some classic shit from Blaze, Mad Max, ICP, Conway, Brotherland Chung, 50 Cent, Ghetto-E of the Dayton Family. Whole bunch of people. We got a lot of dope shit, as we always do on the playlist. I wouldn't do the playlist if it wasn't fire, if it wasn't dope. So go follow that motherfucker if you ain't already followed it. And we got some other news tidbits that we could talk about. Let's get right into some psychopathic music, shall we? Psychopathic news, not music. No new music dropped this week. But this Friday, we got Bloody Sunday, Juggalo Day, February 17th. Bloody Sunday, the new solo album from Violent J is dropping. I called it last week. It was super hard to predict. Even though they did say it was dropping Juggalo Day, I didn't realize that Juggalo Day was falling on a Friday. I didn't realize it coincided like that. But it is. And it will be dropping this Friday. We got the flyer right here. 5 singles have been released. No track list as of yet. I'm actually going to search iTunes and see if it's available for pre-order on iTunes. I don't think so. I think we're just going to wake up Friday and it's going to be up on all the DSPs and you will be able to buy CDs of it as well. Hard copies will be available for this. The album cover looks pretty fucking dope as well. I fucked with the clown blood artwork that dropped for the single that he dropped last week. That shit was fucking fire. I don't see it up for pre-order on iTunes as of yet, but the album is dropping this Friday. We know we got production from Devereaux on there. We know we got production from Mikey Clark on there. I think I saw Shaggytheairhead say something about producing some shit for Bloody Sunday as well. So I think we got 3 producers. No word if there's any guest features, any other producers on the album. Like I said, we have 5 singles that have dropped for it. And the album drops this fucking Friday. New Violent J. And speaking of Violent J, he had a sale this past weekend. It's over now. But it looks like they're trying to get rid of the Clown Blood and some good pussy singles and t-shirts in anticipation of the Bloody Sunday album. You could buy both singles and t-shirts for $66.50. Not a bad deal. If you actually get all those shirts, or maybe you just get to pick one shirt, one CD single, Good Pussy, and Clown Blood, t-shirt, Good Pussy, t-shirt, Clown Blood. Okay. So maybe you get 2 shirts, 2 singles for $66.50. Not a bad deal. But that sale's fucking done and over with. No reason to fucking talk about that shit. But New Violent J is dropping this Friday. New Friday. New Music Friday. Sorry. And it's just been slow as fuck lately as far as new music news. Like, it's been slow the last few months. For the most part. We've had shit here and there. You know, Shaggy's back with the Shaggy Show. He talked a lot of shit. No, he didn't talk a lot of shit, but he spoke on a lot of shit. The ongoings of him and ICP. And, yeah. New Bloody Sunday this Friday. And that's all I got for that. Just have to wait and see how the album sounds, man. I'll be honest, 5 singles in, I haven't really liked one of them. So I'm going into it with low expectations. I don't know what it is with Violent J and solo shit. Like, when he does Violent J shit versus ICP shit, and keeping it real, ICP shit is mostly Violent J shit. Always has been. From Carnival of Carnage to Yum Yum Bedlam. Violent J has dominated ICP albums. And by that, dominated, I mean just, it's mostly him on all those albums. Shaggy will have a solo track here and there, and he'll be on a bunch of the tracks, of course, but Violent J will have multiple solo songs. But when it comes to solo J, outside of Wizard of the Hood, The Shining has a couple good songs on it. What else did he put out? The Brother EP. That Jacket for Beats was fire. Outside of that, it was just eh. And, you know, like I said, 5 singles in. 4 Bloody Sunday. I haven't felt really any of the songs. Clown Blow is okay. The Dead One Part 2, I forget what it was called, sounded okay, but in general, the 5 songs just haven't been that great. A Harrowing Time from Violent J. Nah. Something's in My Room from Violent J. I forget which one was the Dead One sequel from Ringmaster. But yeah. That's about it. Magic Ninja news. Let's get into it. It's officially announced. Certified Psycho's Leg 3 is going to fuck down. They are milking this motherfucker for everything that they can, and rightfully so, because this was a fire show. The 420 show is going down in Tempe, Arizona at the Marquee Theater. We already talked about that a couple weeks ago, but they built a whole third leg going around that 420 show. Looks like they got 3, 6, 9 shows California, New Mexico, AZ, Texas, Tennessee, Illinois, Indiana. VIP packs. Cody Manson will, of course, be on the Certified Psychos tour. He's been on all 3 legs. Andrew W. Boss will be there. And Intrinsic and McNasty will be on the 3rd leg as well. If anybody in any of these areas hasn't hit up this Certified Psychos tour, I don't even know. I don't even remember if they've already hit those areas of the country yet. But if you haven't seen this show and you're debating on it, you got to go peep it because it's a fucking dope-ass show. 2 hours of classics, and that 2 hours goes by quick. Quick. When they come out with Dark Lotus and you're like, God damn, the show's done? This show's fucking done? That 2 hours goes by quick on that Certified Psychos tour. And yeah, that's fucking going the fuck down as well. We got a bunch of wicked underground news to get into. Lyte. God damn. Lyte got into a crazy car accident. You saw him flexing with the neck brace up on social media. You saw his Jeep all fucked up. I'm glad this dude made it out of that car accident okay, because that car don't look good. Don't look good. Motherfuckers be getting into car accidents, man. A and B a few months ago. The van rolled on him, I believe. That shit looked fucked up. This car, I believe Lyte said this car rolled a few times as well, man. If you out there driving on the road, stay fucking safe. Stay safe out there, man. And definitely wear a fucking seatbelt. I don't see anybody promoting wearing a fucking seatbelt, but wear a goddamn seatbelt when you fucking driving around, man. Because it's fucking crazy out there. I don't know the details of what happened in the accident, but that shit looked fucked up. And I'm glad Lyte's okay. Let's keep it going. Speaking of Juggalo Day, we were just talking about Juggalo Day a few minutes ago. DJ Clay has the J-Day Jumpoff going down this Friday. Virginia Beach. Scandals Live. Doors at 7. $20. DJ Clay throwing it down. This looks like the only J-Day celebration that we got fucking popping off this year. Ain't nothing going on that I saw for Juggalo Day. So yeah, if you're in the West Virginia area, or Virginia area, Virginia Beach, go peep out DJ Clay on his J-Day Jumpoff show. I know we talked about it last week, but I didn't have the graphic for it. But we got the graphic for it this week. Bukshot, Boondox, they're back with the Horde. Pre-orders are live for the Horde album. T-shirts, jerseys, USBs. Probably the dopest coin that Bukshot has dropped yet. And of course, the CD. The CDs, he's like getting even better and better with pressing the CDs. Digipack, 6-panel Digipack or some shit. Like, dope. Boondox, Bukshot, the Horde album. Do we have a release date for it yet? I don't remember. I don't think we got a release date for it. But it is up, available for pre-order. I'm going to check iTunes. I don't think Bukshot really does pre-orders on iTunes like that. He wants to sell that fucking merch. And this dude's merch game, for the 1700th time, is dope as fuck. Don't see it up for pre-order on iTunes, but you can get it through the Mob Style shop. Dope. And then we got Dropout Kings gonna get ready to drop a new single March 3rd called Lights Out. So we're just a couple weeks away from new Dropout Kings. Their new album's coming as well. These dudes are fucking dope, man. But new Dropout Kings, March 3rd. If you ain't already fucking check these dudes out, I definitely recommend checking out the Glitch Gang EP. because that shit is fucking dope. Really dope. And Riot Music drops April 7th. And the new single, March 3rd. I believe this would be the second or third single from Dropout Kings off their new album. And then I know this is an underground podcast and we don't really talk about the mainstream or anything like that. But if you were paying attention last Sunday, the Grammys. I mean, I don't know who watches the Grammys really anymore. It's all just a fucking big circle jerk, the Grammys. But they did a 50 years of hip hop celebration. And they had a whole bunch of people performing up on the Grammy stage. I saw Wu-Tang. I saw Busta Rhymes. I'm trying to think who else I saw. I saw a bunch of clips online. There was a bunch of people performing at the 50 years of hip hop celebration. And this image was going around of they had a bunch of names up on these screens during the celebration of artists that have put it down and represented hip hop. And I was taking a look at it and I just happened to see N9ne's name up on that fucking screen. And that is dope as fuck. N9ne, OG than a motherfucker, definitely deserves to have his name up there. He's been putting in that work for a long time. And it was really dope to see him get recognized by the Grammys. I think LL Cool J put this celebration together. You know, whether it was LL or somebody else that decided to put N9ne's name up there or not, or whatever. Regardless, is fucking dope. I mean, other names we get up on here: Aesop Rock, D12, Odd Future, Murs, former Strange Music artist. Murs was up on there. I think I see Immortal Technique's name up there. Ed O.G., Boston legend right there. Proof, rest in peace, Proof. Cannabis, Black Milk, like just a whole bunch of people up on that name. And just to see N9ne's name up there with everybody else while they were doing the 50 years of hip hop celebration was just super dope to see. And, you know, N9ne was just one of my all time favorite artists. Top 5, probably. Like, I just love me some N9ne, man. Yeah, Tech has had his ups and his downs as far as, you know, what I liked that he's put out. But, I mean, and just in the last few years, he put out N9ne a few years ago. His last album, Asinine, was really good. Like, this dude's been putting it down for so long, and he's still putting out quality music. I know a lot of people fell off because you don't do the shit that really caters to the wicked underground or the juggalos. But I mean, if he kind of, there are songs on albums that do. Like, there was some dark shit on N9ne that really took me back to the Killer days. There was shit on the Asinine record. I got to pull up the track list to remember the song titles. But What Rhymes with Threat'll Kill Ya? Like, come on, man. That's wicked shit at its best right there. Fucking fire. And that's on his last album that he put out. Damn, it's been almost 2 years. Well, a year and a half since Asinine came out. But N9ne had a bunch of dark shit on there. Lord of Weird. I thought Greenlit was fire. Chuki Fever. Come on, man. That's wicked shit. That's at its finest right there. I don't give a fuck. FTI 2.0. Just dope shit from N9ne. Still putting it down. It was really dope to see his name up on the Grammy banner. We talked about Scum and SmallzOne earlier. They dropped a new single, and they are hitting the road. I think we talked about this a few weeks back about them hitting the road for some shows. And we have some dates right here. Start March 18th, Denver, Colorado. Then they're hitting Utah, Texas, Oklahoma, Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana with more dates to be announced. These look like they are possibly weekend shows. So, Scum and SmallzOne, the Blame Us shows are going to fuck down. Throw your motherfucking L's up if you haven't already. And speaking of tours, Pouya is hitting the road on the All But 6 tour. Pouya, Fat Nick, Kill Switch. Special guests Ramirez and Terror Reid. Dope. They are hitting Boston, and Ramirez will be at the Boston show. I fuck with Ramirez. I would like to see Terror Reid live. I don't know why they're splitting it up like that. Maybe prior commitments, but regardless, that's probably going to be a dope show. I've never seen any of these dudes live. But yeah, All But 6 tour. Pouya, Fat Nick, Kill Switch, going to fuck down. They're hitting the entire country on that tour. And yeah, this one is a super short one this week. I apologize. But there really ain't shit to talk about. There just ain't. There's nothing for me to dissect really this week. Next week we got Bloody Sunday. I don't even know if that will even be dissectable. We'll just have to wait and see, man. I apologize for the short episode this week. And as of late, I think last week it wasn't too bad or wasn't too short of an episode, but it just is what it is, man. It's slow. Trying to come up with ideas of what I could do to make the show longer and whatnot. Just ain't coming to me. I'll be drawing a motherfucking blank. But I do appreciate everybody that is tuned in. I love y'all. Much love. Stay safe. I'll catch y'all next week. I'm out. Peace.